is a very classy pattern. Very classy. And it's meant to be a pretty slouchy bag. That's the whole purpose of this. You open it up, and you've got a zipper pocket on one side, and a pen and a slip pocket on the other. And then there's really plenty of room in there. I honestly love it. I got my zipper twisted. There we go. And it's a shoulder bag. Now you could take those off and add a, let me stand up, add a crossbody if you wanted to. But I mean, it stays out of your way. It fits perfectly under your shoulder. Full, it's gonna be perfect. Now, the pattern calls for a tassel. And I have a piece, but I think I'm gonna make it out of black rather than this. So I'm gonna go find a piece of vinyl that is black. I think it'll look cooler if it's black. All right, the Uptown Swing. Go get the pattern and let's get started. Hi everyone, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs, and I'm getting ready to do my second Uptown Swing bag. It's a fairly new pattern by Sew Yours. Here's the first one that I did. It is a shoulder bag, and it's got a nice long tassel on it. You don't have to leave the tassel on. It's removable. But it's a very simple pattern. It's meant to be a slouchy bag. And on the inside, it's got just a zipper pocket. But it's a fairly decent size bag, really. And it opens wide, which, you know, is another thing I really like. So there it is. It's a folded seam on the bottom. Box corners, I think is what they call them. And it's got grommets, so if you don't like grommets, I would give it a try. I'm using different grommets today than these. They're the same width, they're just smaller. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so the Uptown Swing by Sew Yours. I'm gonna work on making my zipper not quite as wavy, but I'm okay with it. This is all her material. It is her new faux leather. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very soft. It does stretch a little bit. So she has you put, and this one, I put some woven interfacing on it. On all four pieces, the outside and the inside. And it helps a lot. And it you know, but don't put anything like Decaville or anything heavy because you want it to be a slouchy bag. So today I'm doing it out of some vinyl that this doesn't stretch. This is from Sam Fabric Creation. It's kind of a tie-dye purple, black, pink. Very pretty. So that's the outside. The inside I am using some Theratex, so no interfacing. Just some pink Theratex. I really like my linings to be light so you can see what's inside. I know, it's something weird, but. And then for that, so there's a slip pocket and a zipper pocket inside. There is gonna be a facing for the zipper pocket inside, and then just a shoulder strap. So here is the front of the pattern, the Uptown Swing by Sew Yours. Brand new pattern. It was just released in what is this, July? I think it was or August. I think it was released in July. So it's a really new pattern, but you're gonna love it. So let's get started. All right, so first I'm gonna do my crossbody strap, or not my crossbody, my shoulder strap. And I made mine 24 inches long. She gives you a couple options. You know, some people that are shorter don't want a really long strap. It's kind of funny because I think crossbodies have been in for so long. Shoulder straps are really coming back. And they're actually just as comfortable. And you can keep your hands free too. So, This is going to be a 1 inch, so this is 4 inches by 24 inches. No big secret there. I am using matte black hardware that I sell on my website. High quality. And I'm using some red variegated from Swag. It's gorgeous. We'll see. Let me increase my stitch length to 5. This is text 70 thread. It's got reds and purples and pinks in it. It goes perfect with this. Now I am going to use zipper ends. I'm trying to hit my trash can. Let me trim these off just a little. Nice and even. Grab our hardware. Zipper ends, 2 swivel clasps. Oh, I don't need that slide adjuster, but I do need some rivets. If I can get my little baggie open. I am going to use my little Jolie Lee strap rivet marking tool. Let me get all this ready. All right, so I went ahead and put one on. There's that one on that side. And let's put the other one on. I love these strap-ins. These are strap-ins that I sell on my website. And they're kind of curved. They're not a straight strap-in, which I really, really like. They're not closed end though, which I don't like actually. Okay. Perfect. Now is when you use your little tool from Jolie Lee. It's called a rivet strap tool. And it just helps you be consistent on where your marks are. So I usually use B and C. So this is at the end or at the end of your strap end. And then you punch your holes and it's the same every time. Love it. I've had it for a while. I use it intermittently, but I've started using it more because of that. It does give you perfect strap ends every time. Okay, let me go press that. All right, so on your pattern pieces, she has you mark where your zipper ends on all 4 of your pieces. So these are piece A's, and we're gonna lay those right sides together. And here's my strap, it's perfect. And we're gonna sew along this short edge so that it'll end up like this. Okay. Make sure you put your little stabilizer on all 4 pieces from the pattern piece. So just right there, she has you cut that out and put a piece of stabilizer. I just used a piece of Lux Fuse, which is equivalent to Decaville Light. So this is pattern piece A, and we're going to repeat that with pattern piece B. And just so you know, these need to be mirrored pieces. So if you did not mirror them, you're going to have to recut, because these A and B need to be mirrored. I didn't do it right the first time I did this, cutting it out. Okay, so we're gonna sew down this edge and it'll end up like this, and then we're gonna top stitch. And let me check the seam allowance. All right, seam allowance in the pattern. And I'm decreasing my stitch length to a 4. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is dark as night out there with the rain. Okay, so that's what you have. And now we are going to flatten our seam and top stitch on each side. And I'm going to start on the bottom. And I'll increase that stitch length back up to a 5 for my top stitch. And you're just going to want to feel underneath to make sure your seam is nice and flat as you go. Take your time with this. It's very visible top stitching. And then I'll come over and go down the other side. And we will repeat that with the other two pieces. Now this piece, I am going to add my tag here. And I'll probably put a beautiful thing tag there too. So let me go grab those. All right, so the key with these tags, just make sure you're not going through any of your stitching that you just top stitched. And I just came down 3 inches to attach mine. And I'm putting a piece of Decaville there just to protect things. Probably not necessary. And then I'll cover it with a piece of fleece. Okay, perfect. Love it. All right, let's do the other side, piece B. So these are, oh no, that was B. So this is A, doesn't really matter. So repeating the same thing. And then we'll turn and top stitch. So that's what you should have. Love it. All right, now I'm gonna do a beautiful thing tag on this side. Let's see what we got. What about, oh, I don't have a hot pink one. Let me see. That's purple. That'll be all right. How about that one or that one? Let me see. I actually like the red better. Okay. All right. Let's do it. A little tape on the back. Same thing. I'm going to measure down about 3 inches and center it. Perfect. And then I'll stitch around that. And for those cork tags, I use a 2.5 inch stitch length. And I'll pull it to the back. tie those off. Perfect. All right, so the next step is to center your bottom. And then we're going to sew down each side. And across the bottom, and then we'll box our bottoms. I'm going to do the sides first, and then we'll do the bottom. Increase my stitch length back up to a 4 and a quarter, something like that. All right, on the bottom. Then we'll box our corners. And I am going to spread my seams out. You can nestle them if you'd like. And then stitch across that. this side. Drop my scissors. All right, let me get my scissors. All right, so I did my 90-degree turn on my zipper top after I put my zipper pull on. It doesn't have to be on first, but now I'm just going to stitch those, baste those down. Trim those up. Cut off any excess zipper tape and burn that so it doesn't fray. And look at this little pin cushion. I bought that, oh my gosh, years, probably 10 years ago on Etsy. It is the cutest little thing. And I was gonna make it one time, and then I looked at how it was made, and I thought to myself, no, that's way too much work. So I never did it. Isn't that funny? All right, so there's my zipper end. So my zipper is now about 16 inches. I made it just a little bit longer. That's what I prefer. She does go ahead and put the zipper end on now. I'm just gonna clip mine because I may want to trim it. So I'll just clip it. Let me get my pieces. All right, so I pulled the marks from the pattern on where my zipper tape starts and stops on each end. And my tag piece is gonna be the front. And then I did put a piece of tape here. Hopefully that will help my waviness, but either way, I'm okay if it's a tiny bit wavy. Just don't pull your zipper tape too taut. Just put it on there nice and neat. Right side together with your outside piece, which we did turn right side out, by the way. When you get up to this piece on the end, we're gonna taper things off. Okay, and I'm just gonna baste that in place. Probably easier to do this on Thor. Kind of gotten used to Thor. And then when we get over here on our mark, we are going to taper our zipper tape off. to see if it's wavy. I don't think it is. All right, that looks pretty good, actually. All right, now we're going to repeat that on the other side. The thing I like to do, I know it's weird, but I like to make sure that my zipper tape is not twisted. So this side is going to go just like that. If I can get it to come off. There we go. Okay. So just like that. Now I'm going to clip this just in a couple places so that I can test my zipper. The reason I do this is because more than once I have gotten my zipper twisted, and it's just a challenge to get it right. That's just me. So I almost always do this and test it, zipping it up to make sure it's on there right. All right, let's sew this side on. And just a basting stitch. And if it's twisted, that's another reason I do not stitch, or I do not put my zipper end on. Because if I need to undo it, straighten it out, I can do that. Let's see. I think it's twisted myself, but we'll see. Yeah, it is. So let's put it on again. Not a big deal. Let me get this on here and squeeze this. All right, I got it on there and it's not twisted. So it doesn't really look too wavy yet. So we're gonna set this aside and work on our lining. So let me get the pieces. So for our zipper, I'm just gonna baste it at 1/4 inch in place. And then I'll flip it. Okay, and I'll turn that and base that down so it's nice and flat. If you're using cotton, you could iron that, but I personally, even if it's cotton, I do this because it gives it a nice flat pattern zipper. going to repeat that on the other side. Now I am going to cut my zipper in half. I mean my pocket in half, not my zipper. That would probably not be good. Now I'm just going to baste that down. And now I'll add my zipper pull. Oh, I gotta get a zipper pull. Hold on. All right, so I got my zipper and I put my zipper pull on. And now we're gonna put our overlay on, centered. And she tells you how far down in the pattern. And that doesn't look centered to me. How about you? No, it doesn't. It does not. That's better. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to stitch around the outside. There's just a little piece of vinyl there and there. All right, let's stitch around the outside. And I'll back stitch. Go slow around the corners. Then we'll cut that open. And trim off the lining. Okay, so that's what you have. So grab your zipper pocket, and I like my zipper pockets closing to the left. Let's add some more tape. And let's just do one at a time. Oh, it tells me I need to stand up. I've been sitting here too long. I need a cup of coffee anyway, so let me put this on and we'll go get a cup of coffee. Kind of living on the wild side with the color of my zipper tape today. Alright, let me go get a cup of coffee and we'll come back and stitch this. Alright, let's sew around the inside. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to bring that down. That looks so good. Next step. All right, I was just checking to make sure we didn't turn it through that. I forgot if we did or not. We don't. So let's close off our zipper. Burn your zipper ends on both sides. And now we have a completed zipper pocket. Perfect. Now for our slip pocket, we're going to do it, I don't know if she does it this way. This is the way I'm going to do it. Right sides together. And we're going to sew down the sides. it right side out. And we are going to do a slip pocket accent piece. I almost always do my zipper slip pockets this way anymore. I am gonna just baste this top close because this Theratex doesn't press. So I'm just gonna do an 1/8 of an inch top stitch. And here's our zipper or a slip pocket overlay. I made mine too wide, but that's okay. Lay it just shy of your center marking. And then fold that over. And then I'll put at least 1 row of stitches. Let's see how it looks. And if you didn't catch the whole thing, that's why I always do another row. It's okay. It caught it for the most part, but not completely. And then we'll trim off the ends. Perfect. Just don't cut your slip pocket when you're trimming your ends. Okay, perfect. Let me make sure my needle isn't getting too sticky. Okay. Now let's add it to our other lining piece. Let me see what she tells you to. All right. And I will use my Sew Tight magnets under here. And lay these, what she tells you to in the pattern as far as down. Gotta find my center. And that keeps that in place while I stitch it on. I love these. Chris from Simply Classic turned me on to these. They're just perfect. Let's sew all the way around. And then I will do a pen pocket. So these are, be careful because these are very tight. And I just leave them on my tray over here. It's perfect. My cart. Okay. Now I'm going to measure over. It doesn't matter which side. I think I'm going to measure over from the seam 2 1/4 and use my air erasing pen to mark for my pen pocket. That'll leave plenty of room. A couple, 2 or 3 pens you could put in there if you wanted to. You could do it on either side. You got stuff everywhere here. Hold on. And I'm just going to turn around and come right back down. Okay, perfect. Man, these scissors are so sharp. All right, so there is plenty of room for a couple pens. Probably 3 pens, depending on the size of your pens. Perfect. And that's good enough for a cell phone if you want to use it for that. All right, next step is going to put these 2 together. And we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to leave a pretty good sized turning hole to turn the bag through. So both sides. So if you aren't aware, that Melissa at Sew Yours has a storefront now, and she's carrying cotton, gorgeous cotton prints, and she's carrying vinyl and waterproof canvas. Gorgeous colors. So if you haven't, and I don't get anything from her by talking about it, but I'll link it, the pattern in the description. But you should go check out her vinyl. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's sew this together with the seam allowance in the pattern. And let me just check. Same seam allowance. And I'm just going to come over. And I just did my 90-degree turn there. And we'll repeat that on the other side. Perfect. Now I am going to use my picking shears, and we're going to trim this down by about half. Except I'm going to leave the top inch untrimmed. So I can splay it open when I put the bag together. I probably don't need pinking shears for this Theratex because it doesn't fray, but if you're using any kind of cotton, pinking shears are very helpful for this. And I left probably a bigger turning hole than she calls for. You know me, I don't like to struggle with my turning holes. All right. There we go. Now we are going to do our corners, or I mean our bottom box, and I am going to just nestle these seams. And do those seams. Same thing, trim those by about half. And do the other one. I'm gonna find my thread. Okay. Perfect. Cute. All right, next step. All right, I've got Thor threaded, and I'm going to insert my outside into my inside, and I'm going to make the zipper pocket in the back. It doesn't matter, you can do you. I always like my zipper pocket in the back, but it doesn't really matter. All right, I'm gonna line up my sides to start. Get my little clips. Tuck your zipper inside. You don't want to sew over your zipper. I have these new clips, oops, that are the really skinny ones. I haven't decided if I like them or not. See? I don't know. I keep dropping them now. All right. Then we're gonna sew that. I don't think I like them. I've used them several times, and every time I don't feel like they hold as well. Just making sure my centers are lined up over here. Then we're gonna sew this together at the seam allowance in the pattern. They're kind of hard to grip too. You know me, I'm pretty honest about things, and I don't know. I don't even remember where I bought them. I think I got them on Amazon. Shocking, I know. See? They're so tiny. But I have them, and I'm going to use them. There went another one. So I have done everything I can to prevent this zipper from being wavy. This type of bag just really lends itself to a wavy zipper. And I'm okay with that. I mean, the first one I made wasn't horrendous, but it was a little bit wavy. Let's see what this one does. I don't remember if I used Thor on the last one or not. I think I did. Okay, let's do it. Older threads. And I am going to decrease my stitch length just a little here. And I'm going to make sure my seam is open on the outside, nice and flat. I'm getting close to my zipper, so then I'm just gonna go slow. Okay. don't know that I did my first one on Thor. I don't remember it being this easy. I could be wrong. Because this is easy. All right, let's see how we did. Okay, the top curves look good. My zipper looks good. Let's turn it. I think I am gonna use my pinking shears here. Let me grab them. All right, let's turn it. See how it looks. I just did pinking shears on these top corners, by the way. Push those out. Because you really shouldn't. Oh, I need to get up. I just got up. Siri. I am not going to close my turning hole until after I have the top sewn. So just in case I have to go back in there and push something out. Thor, I have to turn you over. I mean, not Thor. Groot. I'm just clipping my sides, and then I will use my bigger clips for my zipper. Until you get that zipper part top stitch, you don't really know if it's wavy or not. It'll be fine any old way it is. That's what I say. Time is it? 4 o'clock. All right. Let me get my bigger clips. Clips of all sizes. Yeah, I don't know yet. Let's see. I think it might be a little wavy. Hard to tell. Okay. Let's do this other side. Making me sweat. I can tell it's going to be wavy. It already looks wavy. Oh, well, darn. All right, let's give it a whirl. So I just have my big clips holding this together, and I'm going to start, I think I'll start back here. Certainly don't want to leave your clips on too long. I will pull that to the back. Let me increase my stitch length a little. Hold your threads, borp. Make sure your zipper is out of the way. Oops. I'm going to take my zipper pull off. Easier. All right. There we go. Oops. That's another reason to not put your zipper in. Sometimes it's just so much easier on these types of bags to keep your zipper separated while you're putting it together. Go slow around your corners. Yeah, keep your finger out of there. That's dangerous for very strong machine. You don't want your finger in there. Almost there. Then we have to put our grommets on. Reattach our zipper pull. Cut those long and pull those to the back. All right. And I just prefer tying them off in the back here. Those are a little long, so let's cut those off. When you have really long tails, it makes it hard to tie them off. You want them long enough, but you don't want them that long, for heaven's sakes, bulb. Where's my other one? There it is. Okay, one more tie. So I'd rather have the little knot there than on the outside. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, let's see. Let me put my zipper pull back on and we'll see how we do. All right, so it's not too bad. It's a tiny bit. It's not as bad as my first one, but it has just a little bit of wave. Not really too bad. I did go ahead and put my zipper end on, stuff that down in, and now we're gonna go over to my where I had more area, and we'll add our grommets. All right, so in the pattern, she tells you exactly how to measure for your grommet holes. I'm gonna go cut these on my grommet machine. It's just so much easier than pounding them with a hole punch. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll come back and show you how we install. All right, so I did those both over, I cut the holes and I put the grommets in on my big green machine. Someday I'll do a tutorial on it. I'm not that good at it, but it works so much better than pounding and making a lot of racket. Now I'm just putting my gate rings on and we'll add our strap. And then we'll be done. Oh, I gotta put my gate ring through both sides. What am I thinking? Let's see. Hold on. Put your gate ring through both sides. These gate rings are a talent, I'm convinced. They're not really that hard, but there we go. All right, so there's one side. And if your swivel clasp won't go on it by opening your, and then just open it like this. Put it on the gate ring and put it on like that. So much easier. Let me get this one on. Oh, Barbie. This really is not that hard. I am making it look like it is rocket science, and it really, I promise you, it's not that hard. There we go. Now let's put it on both holes. There we go. See how easy that was, Bart? Now push this down. There we go. Zip it up. And it is done. Oh my, let me turn you around. All right guys, the Uptown Swing by Sawyers It is a very classy pattern, very classy. And it's meant to be a pretty slouchy bag. That's the whole purpose of this. You open it up, and you've got a zipper pocket on one side, and a pen and a slip pocket on the other. And then there's really plenty of room in there. I honestly love it. I got my zipper twisted. There we go. And it's a shoulder bag. Now you could take those off and add a, let me stand up, add a crossbody if you wanted to. But I mean, it stays out of your way. It fits perfectly under your shoulder. Full, it's gonna be perfect. Now, the pattern calls for a tassel. And I have a piece, but I think I'm gonna make it out of black rather than this. So I'm gonna go find a piece of vinyl that is black. I think it'll look cooler if it's black. All right, the Uptown Swing. Go get the pattern and let's get started.